Hey there everyone, I'm Fox 10 meteorologist Jennifer Lambers with the latest look at your severe weather update for your Thursday. Now, so far this morning before 8 a.m., we saw 7 tornado warnings along the Gulf Coast. So in case you were a part of those, in case you were tuning in, we did have some active weather, but unfortunately we're not out of the clear yet. We do have more on the way. We do have it pushing up from the Gulf this time instead of within a squall line, but I'll have the full details with the timing on that, plus what you can expect timing out your day and for your weekend ahead. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So here's a look outside right now. You can see those overcast skies along downtown Mobile, and this is going to continue along into our afternoon. Now, what I had pulled up behind me, this is the SPC outlook. This is going to be the Storm Prediction Center. We've been pulling this up the past couple of days, especially for the past 2 weeks. This is the third day of severe weather in the past 14 days. This outlook that they do issue is very helpful in determining the severe weather threat and helping to paint a better picture of that. So we're still in that enhanced risk for most of the Gulf Coast, especially the Florida Panhandle. This has since shifted east with that update earlier this morning. So you can see that level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk, but the rest of the area is going to be in a slight risk. That's going to be a 2 out of 5. Now don't think that since you're in a smaller level, storms don't follow lines. This is just to get a better idea of where the severe threat mainly is established, but we've had general thunder, that's a 0 out of 5, and we've had tornadoes within that too. So it's just helping to paint some of those risks, especially with those straight line winds that we're seeing. Going towards our alerts right now, we're still under a tornado watch for most of the area right now. Our northern counties have been taken out of this, and also we do have flash flood warnings still in effect for some of our counties, including Mobile and Baldwin counties. Now you can see that those Florida counties are within this, and also Escambia County, Alabama is with this too, and Mississippi. So a lot of places seeing this flash flood warning with heavy precipitation and heavy rainfall, but that tornado watch is still in effect and is continued later on into this afternoon. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the timing for that. So that's still in effect until 1 p.m. this afternoon. So let's keep that in mind. You may look like their skies are clearing up. We can see the rain showers moving out, but it's not done yet. We do have meteorologist Matt Barentine along with Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith coming in later this afternoon for more of that severe weather updates and coverage. So it's been me and Michael White, meteorologist Michael White, earlier this morning, and soon this afternoon we're going to hand it off to them to help cover some of these storms that are coming on later in this afternoon. Taking a look at our storm totals right now, you can start to see some of these colors, and check out the coastal areas. They haven't seen a bit of rain so far. That's where the biggest droughts areas are, but they haven't been getting any of that rainfall. But again, coming this afternoon, those coastal spots are going to be seeing a lot more of these rain showers pushing through, and much more of that severe weather threat associated with these cells that will push up offshore. So checking out some of those numbers right now, I'm going to go ahead and delete that Bruton one because I think that one has updated to be additional rainfall. Yeah, over 5 inches, 5.5 inches of rainfall so far in Bruton and near Atmore. I'm going to go ahead and check out that number. Over 3 inches along with Loosedale, and up near Thomasville and Jackson, seeing 4 inches of rain. So in case you've been seeing heavy rainfall, that's very persistent with what we have been seeing so far. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the NWS chat. This is what we use to talk with meteorologists about what we're seeing along the Gulf Coast. It's a great source of information for local meteorologists to get damage reports, also to know when new warnings are going to be coming out. But I did see something interesting earlier about rainfall that we were seeing. There you go. Yeah, Escambia County, Alabama was estimating the 4 to 5 inches of rain has fallen so far this morning. Again, we're not done for today, and we will see additional rainfall pushing through this afternoon, and I'll have a look at your futurecast coming up in just a few moments. Right now, let's take a look at our live radar. This is where you can see those storms that have pushed out further east. You can see that they're heading towards Georgia and further towards Florida. As for us, we're starting to see the all clear. We don't have a lot of those warnings that we were seeing with those severe thunderstorm or those tornado warnings. Still seeing some of that flash flooding, but as we zoom in closer towards home, still a lot of activity going on, especially towards Atmore and Bruton and pushing towards Evergreen, just north of Milton. So again, those coastal spots, not seeing any activity so far for this morning. It stayed very quiet. Probably still heard some of those tornado warnings going off. Again, tornado sirens, they go for the entire county. They've switched it to where tornado warnings are a polygon system, but the tornado sirens don't follow that system. So if you are somewhere, say in Mobile County, if you're down on Dauphin Island, you might have still heard those tornado sirens going off. That could be North Mobile County, the Sims area that's possibly seeing something like that. So just keep that in mind. Always have another form of communication to get these warnings. Don't rely on sirens. Really, those are meant for outdoor use or just a cautionary thing to tell you to go inside. Never rely on sirens. This last Sunday, I was getting a lot of reports from people saying that theirs didn't even go off when they were in a tornado warning, even if they were in that red polygon. So remember, download apps. I have, I think, seven weather apps on my phone. Yeah, they take up space, but they're very useful. So I get all of those alerts, and they're very useful. So I recommend having the Fox 10 app, the Fox 10 weather app, and then also get a couple of others, the Weather Channel one, the Radar Scope. WeatherBug is one. There's lots of apps that I would recommend just to have a couple multiple. That way there's a backup that you can have. Because that would be the most important thing, to get these warnings in case you are within that storm. Now let's check out this. Okay, this is what I wanted to focus on. Right off Pascagoula, heading towards Dauphin Island. And as we check out Mobile County, you can still start to see some of those showers. Not a lot of lightning involved with these. So Dawes, Grand Bay, Daphne, Spanish Fort, still seeing some of these showers. Just a couple of stray lightning strikes associated with them, maybe a couple rumbles of thunder if you are within those. Those are going to be fine. Right now, what the NWS is saying that they're monitoring is this right here off of Pascagoula, this coastal region, starting to get involved into some of this severe weather that we are seeing. They said that it is shifting towards the coast and that they're closely monitoring this system of storm cells right off the coast of Pascagoula as it continues to move further. Now again, most of our storms later this afternoon, they're going to come from this direction. They're going to come from the coast. So we do have those winds beginning to shift towards a southerly motion. So they're going to come out of the south, and that's where we're going to see some of these storms. So don't be surprised if some of these start to come up offshore and maybe even take that path towards Baldwin County within this. So just be cautious of your afternoon. It's not in the clear yet. A lot of people have had to make plans around this. But after this, we do have beautiful weather coming. Checking out our storm reports for right now. These are all going to be wind damage that you can see. All these little circles. You can zoom into some of them. Here we go. In Satsuma, that was where we had earlier the box truck. Was overturned on I-65. It fell off of that overpass. Those very gusty winds that caused that truck to go ahead and be blown off of the overpass. I haven't heard anything on the driver. I think that we would have heard something if it was bad. But that is what we do know, that box truck did overturn. So even if that wasn't a tornado warned storm, these are still very gusty winds that we're seeing within these. We've saw a lot of damage near Loosedale. If you follow us on social media, we've been posting some of these, especially I have on my Twitter and my Facebook. Loosedale, damage reported to homes, trees, and power lines in the Rocky Creek area. And I'll just move through a couple of these. Bendale and Loosedale, trees across the road and power out at the courthouse. That was reported at 6 a.m. this morning. And as we continue to track these further east, up towards Atmore and Bruton, there was flash flooding occurring in Atmore, roads blocked off due to the flooding. And then power lines and trees were down at Smith Dairy Road and Woods Road. That was a report that came from social media. And up towards Bruton, we also saw several trees down in Bruton, East Bruton, and in Bethel. So lots of wind damage reported across the area. Again, no tornadoes have been confirmed so far. The NWS, they're the ones that go out and survey some of these storms afterwards, and they won't go and do that until tomorrow when the all clear and it's nice weather again. So we'll have the report on that tomorrow to see if any of these were confirmed tornadoes within those 7 warnings that we did see earlier, but we'll keep you updated on any new developments with that. But just right now, I want to go ahead and show the timing. I keep saying more storms are on the way. I really want to lay this out with the timing that we're seeing. So right now we're seeing some of these scattered showers. As we progress further along into the afternoon, by noontime, you can start to see these take a different shift in direction. They're coming out of the southwest, and this is going to bring the second severe weather threat. So you can see that timing for noontime. This is going to affect everyone, especially those coastal regions. That's Mobile County, that's Baldwin County. Anyone along the coast, Dauphin Island, Pascagoula, you've been on the clear all day. But now that's about to change heading into this afternoon. So again, charge your devices, have those apps downloaded. I want to stress that enough as I can. If you're looking at your phone and it's at 60%, that's not good enough. I want it to be at 100. I want it to be plugged in. Make sure you have that. So that way you can, in case you do lose power, that's been the biggest thing we've been seeing in these storms. People are losing power due to these strong winds. Even if it's not a tornado, it's still knocking over trees, knocking over power lines. It's important to go ahead and have that ready, have that charged, because we'll be streaming through our app, through Facebook, through YouTube, everything. Now we push along into 2 p.m. You can still see a long line of those storms extending from Crestview, Milton, Pensacola, Gulf Shores, Dauphin Island. Again, afternoon, coastal spots. Everyone's going to be seeing these rain showers heading along into the afternoon. So in the next 4 hours, we still have more potential for severe weather. And that's when we're going to have an additional team of meteorologists start to come in. By 4 p.m. then, this is when we're starting to think that the severe weather threat is going to start diminishing. Luckily, this is when we're going to start to see a calm and a lull in it. So we're going to have those showers, just scattered showers behind it. But then by this evening, we're going to have some heavier showers, but we will start to see clearing behind it. So we have some lingering showers, not as severe weather threat as we are seeing this evening and this afternoon. But by this evening, check that out. By midnight, we're in the all clear. And luckily by the time that we get through these next couple of days, we have beautiful weather behind this. Luckily, looking good. So by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're looking at mostly sunny skies, highs in the 80s and in the 70s. So once we get through this, then we're going to be looking all clear. So that's a look at your 7-day forecast. I want to go ahead and go back to the alert map just to see what we do have going on as I leave you here, that we're going to continue monitoring this again. I'm still here, actually just looking outside, and we're getting very heavy rainfall where we are located at McGowan Park in Mobile. So in case you are in the area, you can see still getting some very heavy rainfall. So this is our live alert map. Still seeing that flash flood warning. Excuse me, sorry. And that tornado watch in effect until 1 p.m. Now I'm just reading through the comments right now just to see if y'all had any questions. Thank you so much, Liz. Liz says, thank you, Jennifer. Oh, sorry, I have something in my throat. You and Michael did a great job earlier this morning along all the chaos. So again, thank you everyone to watching. Please stay safe. And you know you do not need to take cover in Grand Bay. Again, there are no active tornado warnings at this time. We just have a tornado watch along with flash flood warnings. But again, keep your devices charged. Have some apps downloaded because this could change as we head further along into this afternoon. Sorry, but we'll keep you updated.